Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button and join the fam. So this is another installation of the informative video series. These days I'm unable to understand how come this is being an informative video, but then I thought that I strongly feel that this theory video is so strong that it could end up, there is a high chance that it could end up being this story. So that's why I decided to keep it on the informative video series. And if it doesn't turn up, what's the biggest failure that can happen? At the worst to worst scenario, nothing will happen to me. So that's why I decided to keep this video in the informative video series. As you guessed from the title of this video is the Avengers 4 prediction about how the Avengers will defeat Thanos. Now if you've seen the Avengers Infinity War film, then you have to check out the expectations of Avengers 4 video that I have done. I'll be putting up the video at the end of this video. And if you've seen it, you will know that Thanos was the only villain to have ever managed to succeed in getting what he wanted to have happened. Whether this will continue or not, I don't know, but right now he is in power and he has managed to wipe out half of the entire population, along with having managed to wipe out many of the Avengers as well. So the only way to win against Thanos right now is in the Avengers film. We've seen Doctor Strange. He saw many futures, and the exact number of futures and possibilities of futures he's seen is about 14,605 outcomes, in which he saw only one in which they win. Now if you closely examine Doctor Strange's behavior, in the beginning of the video he was like, I am going to sacrifice anything and everything. I will sacrifice if I have to save the time stone. And immediately afterwards, near the end of the movie, when Thanos was about to kill Tony, and he managed to bargain his life in favor of the Infinity Stone. Of course, there was another same kind of situation where we see Thor and Loki, and maybe it was because of this that I saw I felt this so cliched. But what doesn't change is Doctor Strange willingly traded the time stone for Tony Stark's life. Now if you see the situation, there are two possibilities. Number one, the time stone going to Thanos was important in winning and was essential that Thanos have it, or the number two was Tony surviving so that the outcome in which he saw them win still lives. It's either one of these two reasons that he so willingly traded it out. Now I've seen even more complicated theories about, on Reddit especially, I've seen theories about how they will be using Captain Marvel and going through the quantum realm. I don't even know how it exists, despite me seeing all the films, but it felt so complicated that I don't think it will ever appear in the movie, because no matter how complex the situation of the film is, the way how they make it appear is not so complicated and has never been so complicated ever in any of the films. So I don't think the Russo brothers will be doing such complicated theories. Now the theory which I have is quite simple. If you know it, and maybe if you don't know it, you will know it right now. Up till now, reality was defined on 3 dimensions, that was length, breadth and mass. But then recently they came to know that there is another 4th dimension, in which the dimension is called time. And time stone obviously controls the time, and this theory links up with the leaked pictures of the Avengers film that I've seen. In the leaked pictures of the Avengers, they showed Captain America to be in his previous form that time he was in the Avengers film, and the Iron Man had the Mark II armor, I believe. I'm not exactly sure about his armor, but nevertheless it is a fact that he had a previous old look on him. So the gist of the theory will be that somehow, I don't know how they will do it, but they will somehow manage to steal the time stone from Thanos, from his gauntlet. I believe it will be quite difficult, seeing that he has the control over reality as well, so it gives him the ability to create illusions also. But then there's a possibility as well that maybe Thanos, since he's fulfilled his objectives, he won't have any of harmful intentions he had in the previous film. Maybe it's possible like that as well. So my theory is that they will somehow manage to steal the time stone from Thanos, and then using Wong they will jump back in time, and the precise moment where they will jump back in time is I believe it to be in the timeline of the first Avengers film, in which they had the New York attack scene, because in the entire Marvel cinematic universe, that was the only time Thanos was so close to the Avengers, and that too without the Infinity Stone. So that is the most crucial time period that they'll have to intercept him and finish him off. But then the down part of this one about this theory is that Doctor Strange never existed at that time, and he was just a normal neurosurgeon, and the Avengers of that timeline are still relatively new. So when jumping in time, no one will know about the reality that they will have to face in the coming future. But then there is also the fact that when they jump back in time, their consciousness from the future travels back with them in the past. So that meaning that they have the knowledge of what is going to happen in the future, and they go back to their previous self. So there is a possibility that this will not happen, and then the fact remains that we could see the appearance of the Ancient One as well. So that's my theory. To summarize it up, it'll be like steal the time stone from Thanos, jump back to Avengers time, go through the portal and beat up Thanos without the Infinity Stones. But at that time it will be difficult because he will have his 6 guardians with him as well, and they are each strong, and they won't be able to use any of the advantages they had to beat them up like during the Infinity War. So it will be all come back to raw, natural, brutal combat. That's all, and I hope you guys like this, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button as well, and comment down what you guys think about my reviews, and comment down what expectations and theories that you have from the Avengers 4 film that will be arriving. Be sure to check out my other videos as well. Also be sure to check out the other videos in the informative video series. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead of you. Until later, my viewers, bye.